Another dream is within reach. A student opens up a book. An entrepreneur takes another look.
Every town has a story, a history, traditions, neighbors who quietly serve, places that generations have called home. Civic pride is more than waving a flag. It is caring for the place where people live, work, learn, and serve together. Tonight our panel asks, how can communities strengthen local civic pride? Welcome to the Thunderdome. Good evening and welcome back to America Together Radio. Last episode we explored how communities can balance growth while preserving their identity. Tonight we ask how communities can inspire people to take pride in the places they call home.
So civic pride is something people build together.
Exactly. It grows through service, participation, local history, and everyday acts of stewardship. Tonight we'll discuss volunteerism, local history, community celebrations, public spaces, shared responsibility, and everyday habits that inspire people to care for their hometown. President Pipeline, when a community wants to strengthen civic pride, where should it begin? We'll hear your answer right after the break.
As it has through the years, watching ships come in and out.
Welcome back. Tonight's question, how can communities strengthen local civic pride? President Pipeline, we'll begin with you.
Thank you. Civic pride begins with participation. People care more deeply about places where they volunteer, serve, and build relationships. Pride grows when residents realize this community is partly my responsibility.
So ownership comes through involvement?
Exactly. Communities become stronger when people stop asking, who should fix this, and begin asking, how can I help?
Sometimes people don't realize how much difference one person can make.
One volunteer often inspires another. Small acts of service can transform an entire neighborhood over time.
Liberty Jack, your perspective.
Communities build pride by celebrating what makes them unique, honor local history, support hometown events, recognize volunteers, encourage people to contribute their talents.
So pride grows through appreciation.
Absolutely. People protect what they value.
A clean park, a successful festival, a restored landmark. Each reminds people that working together produces visible results.
Shared accomplishments become shared identity.
So civic pride isn't something people inherit. It's something they help create.
An excellent observation. After the break, Lady Progress discusses gratitude, belonging, and celebrating community achievements. Captain Constitution explores stewardship, civic responsibility, and preserving hometown traditions. Stay with us. Welcome back. Tonight we're exploring how communities can strengthen local civic pride. So far we've discussed participation, service, and celebrating what makes a hometown unique. Now let's continue. Lady Progress, how does belonging strengthen civic pride?
People naturally care for places where they feel welcomed and included. When communities celebrate everyone's contributions, more people become invested in helping their hometown succeed.
So gratitude encourages participation.
Exactly. People who feel appreciated are more likely to continue serving.
Captain Constitution, what role does stewardship play in civic pride?
Stewardship means caring for what has been entrusted to us. Public spaces, historic landmarks, community traditions. Strong communities preserve these treasures while preparing them for future generations.
So pride grows through responsibility.
Very much so. Communities flourish when citizens care for the places they share.
President Pipeline, what stands out to you?
Civic pride grows when people see themselves as caretakers instead of spectators. Every act of service becomes part of a larger story.
Communities become stronger when everyone has an opportunity to contribute.
Belonging inspires commitment.
Stewardship protects both heritage and hope.
Maybe the best hometown slogan is simply, we take care of each other.
That's a message every community can live out. Market Maverick off microphone, and maybe paint the park benches before the parade starts. After the break, Market Maverick discusses practical projects that build civic pride. Professor Data explores research on community participation, and the People's Advocate shares everyday ways listeners can strengthen hometown pride. Stay with us.
I'm Jeremy Levan. Rural communities understand problems that national politics often ignores. Distance, roads, hospitals, water, agriculture, energy, broadband, schools, and local services are not abstract issues. They are daily realities. America Together 2028 wants those voices included.
The morning sun climbs from the water and paints the shoreline gold.
Welcome back. Tonight we've discussed participation, belonging, and stewardship. Now let's ask an important question. How do communities turn civic pride into everyday action? Market Maverick, what practical projects strengthen civic pride?
Projects everyone can join. Park cleanups, community gardens, local festivals, neighborhood improvement days. When people work together, they begin to see their hometown as something they help shape.
So shared work builds shared pride.
Exactly. Visible improvements remind people that positive change is possible.
Professor Data, what does research suggest about civic participation?
Research often associates volunteerism and community participation with stronger social trust, increased local engagement, and greater satisfaction with where people live. People tend to feel more connected when they contribute to their community.
So involvement strengthens attachment.
Very much so. Participation helps transform residents into active community partners.
People's Advocate, what practical advice would you offer listeners?
Attend one local event. Volunteer for one community project. Think someone who serves your town. Support a local organization. Small actions repeated by many people create lasting civic pride.
Quick thoughts.
Communities become stronger when people take ownership through service.
Celebrate the people making a positive difference.
Encouragement inspires continued participation.
Stewardship preserves what communities value most.
Passion today becomes pride tomorrow.
After the break, each mascot shares one habit that helps strengthen local civic pride. Then we'll conclude tonight's discussion and preview our next episode. Stay with us.
Let's watch the years roll by.
Welcome back. Tonight we've explored how communities can strengthen local civic pride. We've talked about participation, belonging, stewardship, volunteerism, and working together to improve the places we call home. Now let's close with one final question. If you could encourage every community to practice one habit that strengthens civic pride, what would it be?
Serve consistently. Civic pride grows when people contribute, not just consume.
Celebrate local volunteers and everyday heroes. Recognition inspires others to serve.
Help every resident feel they belong. Communities flourish when everyone is invited to participate.
Protect public spaces, local history, and community traditions. Stewardship keeps pride alive across generations.
Care for your shared environment. Healthy neighborhoods reflect caring neighbors.
Support local businesses and community events. Strong local economies strengthen hometown identity.
Introduce someone new to a community project. Participation spreads through invitation.
Measure progress, celebrate improvements, and keep learning. Communities grow stronger when success is shared.
Civic pride is built one action at a time. A volunteer project, a neighborhood cleanup, a local celebration, a preserved tradition, a helping hand. These everyday choices remind us that communities are strongest when people invest in one another and in the places they share.
What's next inside the Thunderdome?
Next time, our panel explores Episode 031, How Can Communities Build a Stronger Culture of Volunteerism? We'll discuss service, recruitment, appreciation, mentorship, and making volunteerism a lasting community tradition. You've been listening to America Together Radio, simulated mascot debate Thunderdome. Today's discussion featured fictional mascot characters created to explore civic ideas through respectful conversation. The characters are fictional. Their conversations are intended to encourage civic pride, volunteerism, and stronger communities. Thank you for listening. Until next time, keep serving, keep encouraging, keep caring for home, and we'll see you inside the Thunderdome.
The same as they have through the years, watching seasons come